One more note about bonus experience. We actually give all the bonus experience we're ever going to get in the game to Yamato, because not only does he need it the most, but he also benefits from it the most, and it's also just like the first option in the menu, so when we don't give a shit, he's the guy who ends up with it. And for Chapter 2, our strategy is going to be very much the same as Chapter 1, in that Tsubasa is going to do nothing, and Yamato is going to do everything. But before we can get into the chapter itself, we first got to address all these riveting plot advances that are happening right now, which is to say that Yamato and Tsubasa go to visit a bug village. And in the bug village, they talk to a bug elder. What are they talking about? I don't actually have any fucking clue. I haven't read most of the conversations in this game for a very long time. But what I do know is that at some point we're attacked by the Black Swarm, which are these guys we're going to fight in this chapter, and the guys we fought last chapter, and the guys we're going to fight in every chapter except for one. Long story short, they're a bunch of douchebags, and we're going to go beat them up. Okay, so briefly, I want to address what I mean exactly when I say that this is an LTC run. So LTC stands for low turn count, which means that I'm going to be beating every chapter in as few turns as possible, if it wasn't self-explanatory. I believe it's like a Fire Emblem thing, it's from them. Basically, it means that I'm playing the game as efficiently as possible. And don't get me wrong, this isn't a speed run. I do go through all the menus and stuff as fast as possible, but there's a lot of points where I'm going to do the objectively slower thing, if it means saving me turns. And the top right corner of the top screen, which is on the left, there's a turn counter. Basically, I'm just going to be doing everything I can to keep that number as low as possible. So our strategy here is we just want Yamato to move to the upper right of the map as soon as possible. As you can tell, there are like reinforcements showing up there, so the sooner we get Yamato to their position, the sooner he can start beating them up, and they die. And we want everything to die because that's how we beat this chapter. And to reiterate why we're not using Tsubasa again, she's a gun unit, which means that her guns are really good, but her melee is not very good, and everything, like, we need people to counter. And so if she counterattacks, she's going to be counterattacking with her bad melee instead of her good guns, because nothing is going to be attacking her with melee. Something that does start to matter in this chapter is terrain and terrain bonuses. So that probably comes as no surprise to you if you've ever played a strategy RPG before, but if you're sitting on like a forest tile, for example, you get bonus to your defense. In this game, it's 25%. So if you're sitting on soil, you get no bonuses. And then for some reason, grass also gives you a defensive bonus, and it's not insignificant. Like it's like the difference between trees and grass is less than the difference between grass and soil, which is kind of fucked up, but it's what we're working with, and basically it means that it's pretty important that we're just not sitting on soil ever. There's also the rocks, which we're not going to use, they're just like better forests. The green square there is a repair station, and what it does is it restores 40 HP at the start of your next turn if you end your turn there, but we never actually use one in the entire game, so forget about them. And water does nothing, but you can't even go on it unless you're flying. So, you might be wondering, if the goal of this chapter is to kill everything, why am I totally ignoring the ant at the bottom and the water spreader on the left? And that's a really good question, because you're totally right, there's no reason why I should be ignoring them, but the reason is this. So, our buddy Sakuma just pops out of nowhere from the fucking bottom and blows up tons of dudes all over the map, and it doesn't make any goddamn sense, because Sakuma's a really bad combat unit, but it's really convenient, because it saves us a whole bunch of turns. And, basically, so Yamato and Tsubasa are like the protagonists of this game, but Sakuma is the lord, so to speak. He's Marth, he's Roy. If he dies, it's game over. If Yamato and Tsubasa die, nothing really happens. But even more important than that, and this is kind of confusing because the perspective's weird, but the snail is actually really fucking big. Like, it's way bigger than the rhino beetle and the butterfly and everything. And it sort of functions as like our headquarters, so it's where everyone goes between chapters to kind of hang out. And with that brings the battle preparations menu. So starting in chapter 3, we can now buy stuff, sell stuff, we can do a ton of stuff. And I'm going to explain the crap out of that next chapter. It's going to be really, really important. Also, I'm skipping text with the R button. That's just a thing you can do in this game. I have no idea why they did that, but it's really, really handy. Like, it just means I don't have to mash A all the fucking time. It's great.